The issue of cyber safety continues to be an emerging issue for young people, especially with their thirst for the use of technology to stay connected to their friends. Young people need to be aware that their online interactions are just as open to scrutiny as their actions in the real world. There are offences which are committed in the cyber world, just as there are offences committed in the real world, and they can be investigated by local police or even the Australian Federal Police, depending on the nature of that online involvement. Other offences that may be investigated could include sexual harassment, stalking, the misuse of telecommunications, such as any device that is capable of sending messages either via phone or via text messages or email.
Research has found that people who engage in bullying behaviour are more likely to have problems when they're adults. Research has found that people who bully are more likely to abuse drug and alcohol. They're more likely to have a mental illness. They're more likely to spend time in jail. Bullying not only harms the target of the bullying, it also harms the bully. If you think that maybe you've been a bully or you've engaged in bullying behaviour in the past, know that you have the power to choose not to bully anymore. Research has found that approximately 1 in 4 people will be affected by bullying at some stage during their schooling. Approximately 30% of people experiencing bullying tell no one. Bullying can have a devastating effect on the target, the school community, and also families. Brodie's Law was the law that was introduced in June 2011, which makes serious bullying of any sort a crime in the state of Victoria. Under Brodie's Law, a person aged 10 years or above can be charged with the criminal offence of bullying. The bullying can be in any form. It could be cyberbullying, physical, and as long as it's considered serious enough to cause the target of the bullying suicidal thoughts or psychological harm, the bully can actually be charged with the crime and be jailed for up to 10 years. Brodie's Law sends the message that threatening or bullying behaviour at school, in your sporting club or at work will not be tolerated. Brodie's Law applies to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is any type of bullying that occurs via the internet, whether it's through social networking sites such as Facebook or Twitter. Bullying can have serious effects. It can affect someone psychologically, it can affect someone physically. Serious bullying has serious consequences.
Morning, Bella.
Hey. Seriously, I had the worst morning. So my alarm didn't go off, and then naturally Mum wants me to, do the dishes, take the bins out, so that leaves me with no time to do my hair and makeup. So now I look terrible. You don't look terrible. Yes, but seriously, this is the worst day I've ever had. I look horrible. You look fine. This is the worst thing. You guys are just saying that.
No, we're not.
Didn't you bring your books?
Oh my god, maths is seriously terrible. So we have Mr. K. Oh, seriously? Yeah, we have Mr. K, and he makes us do the homework.
And then maths knows.
Yes, I know, and I'm like, he's asking me, and I'm like, well, I don't know.
Hey, Bella.
Explain to me.
Hey.
Hey. I got a free module next if you want to meet me in the toilets.
What for?
It's my turn next, isn't it?
Chase, no! Oh my god! What was that about? What was that about?
Oh, just boy being a boy. Come on.
I want that.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just don't feel well.
What's going on? Is everything okay?
I've just got stomach pains. Can we just go?
Sure.
Bella.
Are you okay, Bella? You look stressed. What?
Who would do something like this?
What do you mean? Do
Someone
what?
set up a fake Facebook page about me. They've made it look like it is me. They've used my name, my details, they've written everything there is to know about me. They're making it look like I sleep around. Boys are saying that I had sex with them in the school toilets. Girls are saying that they even saw me going in there with them.
What are they saying? Like,
I don't know. Just really horrible things. You know, I can't go anywhere without someone pointing or whispering or saying horrible things about me. I've never done anything wrong to anyone. I don't know what to do, Lydia.
and you have no idea who's behind the page?
No, I have no idea. Who would do this?
Look, I have to go. I've got maths. I'll talk to you later.
She's such a slut. She gets oh my god. Did you see what she did the other day? Did you see her going to the toilet? She wants all these guys to keep going. It's the funniest thing. She's just so mean. She doesn't care about anyone.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's like things everywhere.
That's disgusting. Like who?
All the comments and stuff.
I just don't understand what she's doing.
And with Adam the other day,
Every guy. She doesn't care about
did you see them? They were holding hands and they were walking down the corridor. She was afraid. Oh my god. Yeah. And she takes them. She takes them and she's gone for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. She keeps doing it.
I saw her with 3 guys the other day.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was the
She
first.
keeps
She was
getting
holding
around.
2 guys' hands.
She's going too
And then they went around
far.
the corner and they were... You heard...
I don't know what to say.
They were like...
You saw her with girls?
Are you serious? Girls, how far she's going. This is gross. I heard that she hooked up with Mick from... Really? Yeah. She's not me.
She's so pathetic.
Who would do something like this? Who could...
Sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt me, right?
Things have changed now, Lydia.
What do you mean?
I mean, it used to be that someone could just call you a name and you could just ignore it. You know, it was over, easier to bear. But you don't understand the embarrassment when someone's Facebook friends writes a comment or likes a comment or writes their own.
I guess you're right. But it's easy to forget. Just forget it. It's not that hard.
It's easy for you to say. You have no idea what it's like to be me. Some people just aren't strong enough to deal with this.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Brodie's Law.
What? Who's that?
Last year, in legal studies, we learned about Brodie's Law. She was bullied to the point where she couldn't deal with it anymore. Lydia, she took her own life rather than to deal with it.
What?
That was her way of escaping.
No, don't talk like that. You're scaring me. There's other ways to fix this. Talk to someone. Talk to the school counsellor.
You have no idea, do you? To go down the street and everybody knows your name for the wrong reasons. To walk in the school corridor and someone's calling you a name or whispering or saying something really horrible about you. I can't even look my friends in the eye anymore. How can I even be sure that they're my real friends?
But I'm your friend.
No!
Hey, Lydia.
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing. How are you, Chase?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty good. Man, that Facebook page is great.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. So, what are you doing here?
Pythagoras theorem?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So, what's on for after school, huh?
I have dance. What are you doing?
Oh, nah, I got dance too, actually. I do hip-hop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what dance do you do?
Yeah, I do hip hop too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we should like do a dance
Yeah,
together
that'd
or
be
something
awesome.
sometime. That'd be cool.
Never meant for it to go this far. I only wanted to be as popular as she is, and I thought maybe if I made people hate her, then they'd like me. She's so popular and no one ever notices me. I didn't mean to hurt her. And now I'm worried about what she'll do. I've ruined her life and it's all my fault.
Lydia, this is very serious. I'm going to need to know more details.
From a police perspective, some of the issues that would be reported to us could include issues of cyberbullying, of sexting, of inappropriate material that is being shared, and it's especially concerning when that inappropriate material is being shared between people that are under the age of 18 years of age. Young people may not be aware that some of those actions constitute the possession or distribution of child pornography, which are significant offences.
Many young people tell me that they don't want to speak up about bullying through fear that the bullying will get worse. After working with lots of young people, I can tell you that every one of them who said initially they didn't want to speak up now says they're so glad they did and that they wish they had have spoken up sooner. Brodie's parents had no idea of the bullying that she was experiencing. They wished so much that she had spoken up and told someone about what she was going through. The only explanation they can come up with is that maybe Brodie thought she could handle it on her own. Brodie's parents hope that through the work that they've done by making bullying, serious bullying, a crime in the state of Victoria, that they'll encourage people to speak up about any bullying that they are experiencing.
My advice for everyone who uses social media is to use that basic rule of thumb. Treat others as you would want to be treated yourself, whether that be in the real world or in the cyber world or virtual world. Make sure that our transactions with people online are always going to be polite, and hopefully then it will be safe. Try not to disclose too much personal information about yourself, such as private address, local phone numbers. Make sure you keep your profile settings switched to private, so that only the people you want can actually have and see that information about yourself. The internet is a fabulous tool when used correctly, but unfortunately there are some perceived dangers and real dangers out there. People just need to treat the internet with respect and make sure that if they are having any difficulties, they discover that voice and they actually know how to report and to seek help and assistance if required.
Sometimes when you're experiencing bullying, either as a victim, bystander or even as the bully, you may not know what to do to stop it. Some of the services and scenarios you've already heard about already highlight what the law can do in respect to bullying. However, sometimes there might be an alternative to the law intervening, and the services of the Dispute Settlement Centre of Victoria may be able to assist.
DSCV is a service provided by the Department of Justice to help people try and resolve conflict in their lives. Conflict might be about neighbourhood disputes like fences, trees and noise, or issues within clubs and associations, workplace problems, issues at school and situations where someone has lodged a personal safety intervention order. Sometimes people contact us because they have been victims of bullying, like Bella.
There are a number of ways you can get help from the DSCV. You can contact us yourself by calling the centre, coming in and seeing a dispute assessment officer like us. We have offices in Ballarat, Horsham and throughout Victoria. We do need to get written consent for anyone under 18 years old from their parents or legal guardian to participate in intake and mediation.
Alternatively, the police, courts and perhaps your school or community group may contact the centre. Whenever you speak to a dispute assessment officer or participate in mediation, the conversation is confidential and we will only pass on information to others involved with your permission.
Sometimes we get matters referred to us because people feel they need to contact the police or the court and consider intervention orders. Intervention orders limit the contact and type of behaviour between one person and another and can include things like limiting contact through social media, saying things to other people and being in the same space as another person. An alternative might be to try mediation, and we encourage you to contact us to talk about your options.
The mediation process is voluntary. Parties can choose to participate or not. It is also impartial, with the mediators trying to help parties to reach an agreed solution. And any resolution is non-legal. This means that the mediators are not able to give you legal advice or make decisions for you. The agreements are ways to remember what was discussed and what may happen in the future.
Before mediation can occur, there is some preparation that needs to happen. Each person speaks to an assessment officer about what has been happening and how they feel about the situation, and we assess the matter for suitability. Sometimes another service may be better able to help.
Mediation involves sitting in the same room as the person you are in dispute with. Two mediators are present and ensure that each person has an opportunity to talk about what has been going on and how they feel about the situation. Sometimes you might want to have someone with you, like a parent or a friend, who is there to encourage and support you in trying to find a solution to the situation. Initially, we ask each person to tell their story to the mediators while the other person listens. This may be the first time that each person has heard what the other has to say and can be quite confronting.
We then get each person to talk to the other, respond to what they have heard and ask questions. It's a chance to explore what has been happening in the past and an important time to acknowledge how everyone is feeling. We may remind people that we do have ground rules about behaviour and we expect individuals are respectful to each other.
Once we have spoken about all the issues, we have a private session. This is when each party meets with the mediators and checks in about how they are feeling, any concerns they may have, and explore possible options for the future. When we bring everyone back together, we shift the focus from the past to what the future is going to be like. If parties find a solution, sometimes we write an agreement. In others, a handshake might be enough. In any case, it is important to acknowledge what everyone has achieved during the session.
As there is no one-size-fits-all approach to resolving bullying situations, we can adapt the typical mediation process to best suit the circumstances. For example, if we ran a mediation for Bella and Lydia, we may have to include the girls' mums or maybe a teacher to be both support for the girls and to help them follow any solution. This might have involved breaking up the session so that at times the girls can have their supports present and at others where they themselves will be with the mediators.
Mediation is a better way to deal with some disputes as it gives the parties an opportunity to work through their issues with the assistance of trained mediators. This is particularly important if there is a lasting relationship or where there will be continued contact at school or in the neighbourhood. Perhaps in cases like Lydia's and Bella's, it provides a safer alternative to talk about the issues and to try and find a solution. Mediation is not always the answer. However, it is always okay to discuss an issue with us and we can give you some guidance around what to do next.